Hello, everyone, for OneWrestling.com. This is Bill Apter, along with the crew of One Wrestling Radio. AC Smooth.
Yes, hello, everybody.
The voice of choice.
Absolutely.
And King Magnus. And we are here live at the Fox and Hound restaurant in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, witnessing on the giant screen WWE Extreme Rules, and it was a pretty extreme event. We're going to go over the matches right now. AC, why don't you kind of be the ring announcer and
all right,
tell us what the first match was.
Not a problem. It was a last man standing match with Randy Orton.
We need this as a ring announcer now.
This is a last man standing match. First, Randy Orton versus CM Punk.
And that was really good, and that was a really brutal match. Lasted almost a half hour there with Randy Orton winning.
Randy Orton took the victory. The only thing that bothered me a little bit was those two guys kind of jerking the curtain. Those two guys opening the card, and I guess they did it because it was a last man standing match. It's going to be a longer match, but one of the better matches in the night, I think, overall, if you look in terms of feeling, caring about the guys that are in the match, and then the actual match itself, that was probably my favorite match.
Yeah, but really good opening match. King Magnus?
Everybody knows how I feel about CM Punk. I think it's unfortunate that he lost. I think that I'm not really too fond of what they're doing with the Nexus as a whole. And again, with CM Punk, I know that it's up in the air whether or not he'll be staying with the WWE. If he does leave, it's unfortunate, and this loss is also unfortunate.
Okay, but it was a really good match. What about you, AC?
Again, I was surprised to see them open the show, but I know that both these guys always bring it to the table, and it was a phenomenal match.
You know what? It kept the viewers really engaged and took us, on a good trip to the rest of the pay-per-view. Yeah. Second match.
The next match was a tables match with Kofi Kingston going versus Sheamus.
Sheamus, the U.S. champion, going into the match. And, well, what a surprise in a lot of ways. Kofi Kingston with a spectacular move winning the title.
Well, absolutely. The move of the night, actually. Kofi Kingston coming off the top rope like that. Probably the best move that I've ever seen in my entire life.
The voice of choice. What about you, King Magnus?
Again, I like the match. I like what they're doing with Kofi, and I especially like that we see in a more aggressive Sheamus, even though he lost the match. Again, one of the better matches of the night, all aces for me.
Okay, AC?
What was interesting was that I didn't really see the story angle happening between Sheamus and Kofi Kingston. It kind of came out of nowhere, and they delivered so big. It was very good. They have great chemistry together.
Two matches, two very intense matches. Match number 3.
One that I wasn't really into very much, unfortunately. This was Michael Cole and Jack Swagger versus JR and Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, Jack Swagger and Michael Cole coming out first, and Michael Cole wearing a bubble wrap outfit that Lawler stripped off him very quickly. At the end of this match, though, Michael Cole did pin Jim Ross, but is this going on too long already?
Absolutely, and disrespecting Jim Ross, a true legend, the best announcer in the history of the World Wrestling Entertainment, history of the WWE.
You can't say wrestling, in WWE.
The history of sports entertainment. And the bubble wrap thing, good comedic relief, but I really thought that eventually you're going to have to give Jim Ross kind of vindication against Michael Cole, and it hasn't happened yet, and I think that for it to carry on much longer is going to be way, way overkill.
Is it enough, King?
Well, I'm sorry I have to point out, number one, Jim Ross, not the greatest announcer. That would have to go to both Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, and Jesse the Body Ventura. That's number one. Number two, absolutely. The angle that they're playing out is just not effective. At this point, people are tired. We really want to see a payoff. We want to see JR and the King get their victory and really to demolish Michael Cole and Jack Swagger.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I couldn't have said it any better. This is one of those things where it's been happening since WrestleMania, and Michael Cole is winning match after match. They're destroying Jim Ross. I'm sorry, I was focused on the screen there. I apologize. But they're destroying Jim Ross every week, and it just seems pointless at this point. It's just something that I'm losing interest in every week.
Yeah, amen. Okay, next match.
The next match was my favorite match of the night. It was Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, incredible. Cody Rhodes coming out, of course, giving paper bags to fans in the audience. Very intense match also. And voice?
Bill, excellent match. The only problem I had with it is for such a great match, I just wasn't emotionally invested in the competitors, and I think they could have done a better job of kind of now these two guys have been wrestling since WrestleMania, obviously, and I think I still wasn't emotionally invested in them, so the actual storyline behind the match doesn't work for me, and I wonder if the fans agree with me. They could disagree with me, but nonetheless, it was a great match.
Yeah, I disagree with you because I think this whole thing with Cody Rhodes and the mask and it got to me. King Magnus?
Well, with siding with the lesser of two evils, I'm going to have to go with Bruce and definitely say that the angle is not something that you can get emotionally invested in, though I did like the match, and I do like the new direction of Cody Rhodes.
Okay, well, that I definitely do. I think Cody Rhodes has really found his niche. What do you think?
I like the new character that Cody Rhodes is. Now, it's more like a darker character for Cody Rhodes, and it really works for him. I enjoyed the match. I really did.
He's tried so many different characters, and this one I really think sticks.
He went from the pretty boy to, like, the dark side.
And as his dad would say, if you will, he likes that. Next one.
The next one was Michelle McCool versus Layla.
Okay, I mean the diva's there, but the big payoff at the end of that match, after Michelle McCool has gotten her cute little butt out of the WWE, Karma, who used to be Amazing Kong, came out, and just like she broke the head off that little blonde doll a few weeks ago, just about did that with Michelle McCool.
Bill, before one of the geniuses in 1WRESTLING.com world out there tells you and corrects you and says awesome, Kong, I'll tell you right now.
Didn't I say awesome? Did I say amazing?
She's amazing, but she is awesome as well. And they can't call her Awesome Kong because of The Miz, but very, very good spot. Probably the best spot that I've ever seen in my entire life happen when Awesome Kong came down and destroyed Michelle McCool on her way out of the WWE.
She was Amazing Kong at that moment.
She was amazing at that moment.
Thank you.
I didn't have the pleasure of dating.
Actually, he looks like he could be the brother of the awesome, Amazing Kong.
You're not supposed to say that.
Stay tuned. You're going to see me bench press Bill Apter and throw him through one of those windows right after this. But no, I didn't have the pleasure of dating Karma as you have, Bill, for 5 years. But I must say that I enjoyed her performance, and again, that was one of the better payoffs of the night.
Yeah. She was absolutely terrifying, wasn't she?
I can't wait to see what Karma does in the WWE. I cannot wait to see her run through these divas.
All right. Next match.
The next match was Alberto Del Rios versus Christian in a ladder match.
Oh, now this was for the World Heavyweight Championship, and before this match, I said, these guys, are they really World Championship contenders? The answer now, yeah, what a great ladder match this was. Christian winning the belt with a little help, a little assist from Edge. But what a tremendous match. What a terrific athletic performance both of them put in.
Absolutely, and I was a little shocked to see Edge at the end of the match, you know, because Edge, I really, these guys were saying it on the radio broadcast, I didn't think that Edge would show his face back on TV for at least a little while, but Edge comes out in the car of Alberto Del Rio, distracts him, and we have a new world champion. It's Christian. I don't know how I feel about that, but it happened.
Yeah, really good match.
I have to be honest, I wasn't really much into the match, but I have to give Albert credit because he called it. And so, you know, having Edge interfere is going to be interesting to see how that pays off in the future. If there's going to be maybe one of those I made you situations with Christian. So it's going to be interesting. We just have to wait and see.
Good point, AC.
I'm happy to see Christian with the title. I mean, he did hold the ECW heavyweight title, but I think this is his first major WWE title as far as either the World Heavyweight or WWE title, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And it's good to see him with the belt.
Yes. And
we had the Tag Team Championship match with Kane and the Big Show versus Wade Barrett and Ezekiel Jackson of the Core.
Yeah, that was a quickie with a choke slam by Big Show onto Wade Barrett. 1, 2, 3, the pin.
Yeah, you know, for the big, we said it before, the big build-up that they did with Wade Barrett, and then he's almost like a joke now, an afterthought, and I'm just not happy with the way that they're going with his character.
I have to agree with Bruce. The match meant nothing. I actually was honestly expecting the Big Show and Kane to lose, which would have been in normal, circumstances. But I don't know. I just wasn't. Nothing did it for me in that match.
Okay. I have a different view on that match, honestly, because I saw something at the end of the match. Ezekiel Jackson was very, very upset that Wade Barrett cost him the match. At the end of that match, he gave him a blind tag, and he cost him the match. I'd like to see how that develops on SmackDown.
Could be a few. That was a lumberjack match, by the way.
Right, yeah.
Some of the lumberjacks were some guys that
we haven't
barely,
seen forever.
Yeah, okay.
Our last match is the cage match with John Cena, John Morrison, and The Miz.
Well, touchy situation here because John Cena did win the WWE title and how is this going to affect his feud against The Rock? But The Miz, your main man, leaves without the title tonight.
Bill, such a heartbreaking day, and I know it had to happen. The Rock's having a birthday party, which was a cop-out copy of Jimmy Snuka's birthday party. That's happening next Saturday on May the 7th, Somerset, New Jersey, the Garden State Exhibit Center, JimmySuperflySnuka.com. Make sure you get your tickets. There's only a few left. But The Rock's having a birthday party. It only fits that John Cena's the champion for that party. But, you know, Jimmy Snuka's party's more important, and that's where I'm going to.
Let's stick to the match now.
Okay. Very good match. Excellent match. John Morrison certainly elevated himself into the main event picture in the WWE. R-Truth did the same thing. Does a very good job as a heel. I'm very happy with the way they're going with this character. And probably the best cage match that I've seen, in, if not in my entire life, certainly in the last couple years.
R-Truth, by the way, was a very, very good bad guy in this match. He interfered.
Again, like Bruce said, I really am digging the new change for R-Truth, but I'm not too happy about The Miz losing the title. I think more could be done with having The Miz with the title as opposed to John Cena. I mean, we've seen it before. What could he really do? It would all be generic. So I think The Miz would still make a more interesting champion. I was hoping to see maybe the Nexus make a nice slow move with CM Punk trying to get the title from The Miz and having two heels go at it. Now that would have worked.
I can't see that, but no, very interesting.
It's been seen before. It's been done before. John Cena being champion again is not something that a lot of people are very excited about. I'm a huge fan of John Cena personally, but again, him having the title, I'd rather see it on The Miz. I agree with these guys. I'd rather see The Miz hold the title.
To wrap things up here, Rat Boy, come on in. Right here. Where are you? Here he is, Rat Boy. On a scale of 1 to 10, of course, with 10 being the best, how do you rate tonight's Extreme Rules pay-per-view?
I think this is the best time. I give it about a 9.
A 9. Okay, Rat Boy.
Hang on for a minute. I'm going to say one thing about next week's card.
We'll look right into the camera here.
Next week's card. I'm bringing my boy up here. Nigerian Nightmare, come on up.
One of the Nigerian Nightmares is here?
Bubba. That's right.
I didn't know one of the Nigerian Nightmares was still here.
I'm still training them.
Well I know, but we're running out of time.
I know. I was training them with a little...
okay, well, let's... Sir? So I know the Nigerian Nightmares. What? Is there something wrong? Can you ask him what's wrong?
Bubba.
We'll see you at the matches. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's what he just said.
Thank you.